Hurry, hurry, hurry. Oh, shit.
Decades of music, Mon Valley Radio.
Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. And everybody on the West Coast, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. And everybody else in between this great, big, beautiful country of ours. How the hell you doing? What's up? What do you know? What do you say? What's happening? What's going on? Man, it's Saturday. You made it through the weekend. You made it through. It's freaking amazing. You made it. 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 Oh, my gosh. That is great. Oh, now here we go. We're getting in trouble. We're starting to move stuff around. We're going to wreck the joint here. Look out. Okay, there. Now. I guess that'll work. Everything else seems to be okay. All right. So. What do you know? What's up? What's happening? Like I said, it's Saturday. You made it. So why in the hell am I doing this? I have no clue. No, I'm just kidding. What am I doing? I know I'm moving shit around here, going crazy. Let's, okay, here. Cool, okay. So we want 1 second delay. How about that shit? Okay, so anyway. It's not a kid show, so if you got any crumb runners, run racks running around, time to put them for a nap, get them on Xbox, PlayStation, get them the hell out of here. It's not for kids, just not for kids. So, that's the name of that tune. Why the hell am I doing it? Because I got tired last year of Trump, Corona. So, I figure what else is happening in the damn world? Maybe other people want to know too. Because the media is not fake news, folks. It is just not fake news, but it has tunnel vision. It picks on one thing, like they used to do in the 60s with a song, and they play it to death. They play it so much, it makes you want to throw up the next time you want to do that shit. So that's the name of that tune. So that's what I'm doing right now. Okay, so introductions are over, right? Take a deep breath, Chuck. Get this shit going here. All right, let's do some Twitter news, okay? Let's see. Okay, angry staffer replying to QOFNL. What the hell is this part? Oh, okay. Okay, angry staffer. All right, guys, here we go. Ask me anything. I might even answer. 30-ish minutes. Go. Poison Apple Red, which is Nancy. How far up the ladder will Garland push the investigations? Angry staffer says the Capitol siege was the very first thing Garland asked about when he got to DOJ. And I'm told that he stayed engaged twice. This isn't going anywhere. He'll chase these terrorists to the gates of hell to prosecute them. Ooh! Okay. And best of all, he will have a devoted team of prosecutors, investigators doing their jobs. Finally, they have a competent leader who appreciates their valuable contribution to rule of law in the USA. And that was from Carmen K. Okay. Mom Ike. I truly hope so. There must be accountability to those who incited insurrection and committed sedition. He must take it to wherever it leads. No one's above the law. This is true. This is on Twitter. See, even if people don't follow me or I follow them, when they show up, I'm going to say what that is. I'll try not to mangle it, you know me, but I usually do. Okay, regular news. The Daily Beast 21 hours ago. A perfect storm. COVID law could save IRS rage into overdone. Could send it. Bear with me, folks. It's Saturday. Okay. This is from the Daily Beach. The Daily Beach. We're on the Daily Beach, folks. It's much harder for the IRS to build the plane while flying. It said Senator Ron Wyden, "We can't ask the IRS to do more and more and not provide adequate resources." This is true. With a stroke of his pen on Thursday, President Joe Biden ushered in a series of sweeping pandemic relief measures. Checks of $1,400 or more to individuals and families. Hey, did anybody get theirs yet? It's Saturday. He said it would do it by the weekend. Now, I saw a couple of people on Twitter said their daughter got it already. Another one said he got it. So, hey, you know what? They're not fooling around. Okay? And families, a new child tax credit hailed as a revolutionary anti-poverty measure and a major tax breaks for millions of people who took unemployment benefits. Listen to this. You people don't know the whole thing about this child tax credit. Okay? So, anyway, it got increased yearly, right? From, I don't know, what, $3,000 to $3,600, right? Usually that's not shit, right? Right? Yeah, you get tax credit. $600 more per kid, okay? You got 4 kids, got 2 kids. $1,200, right? No. Starting in June, these parents are going to get anywhere from $200 to $250 to $300 and some dollars a month from June to December to help pay for child care expenses. Oh, shit! The government's paying support. That's great. That's fantastic. That's why they said they reduced child poverty in half. Because people that are making it or barely making it are going to have money for their kids to pay for child care. So their kids can go to, get taken care of while mom and dad work. Or the food, or for whatever the hell they want. 6 months is going to happen. It might even go further. I don't know. But that's what it is to start with. So, all you people bashing with Joe Biden ruining the country, nuh-uh. He's helping the working people. You know? He's helping the working people. He's not helping corporations. Which is great. Corporations don't need no more help. Okay. This part I don't understand. Excuse me for coughing. In an instant, however, the $1.9 trillion relief bill created a crushing amount of work for the government agency tasked with making its lofty programs a reality, the Internal Revenue Service. Yes, they're understaffed. Okay, they need help. But the majority of this is in computers and a database. You're not, when you're sending this money out, you're doing it electronically. You're not sending papers here and there for individual people. Now, hey, did you get a thing in the mail the other day from the IRS? It was a pre-printed paper, and it was saying about the $600 with your second check. That was shit. They're a little bit behind on that. That was last December. They said, if you haven't received your $600 yet, you'll receive it in the next 7 to 10 days. If you don't, contact the IRS. It's a little late. It's freaking March. You know? What's up with that? Maybe somebody hit the wrong button. I don't know. Okay. The perennially overworked and widely loathed tax agency had already been struggling to achieve its main annual goal, processing income tax filings, which they said is really down this year from last year because so many people were laid off. You know. So even before the American Rescue Plan passed, as of Thursday, it is sending out tax refunds 32% lower than it did last year, see, according to the agency's weekly tax season's statistics report. So, in February, the IRS internal watchdog said that only 1 out of every 11 calls to the agency were even getting an answer. You know, hey, it's not just them. I called the Washington, D.C. mayor about what the hell's going on with this. People that instigated this, the big fish on this insurrection. Why aren't you charges? So they wouldn't answer the phone. Would not answer the phone. You call the mayor's office and you go through that whole auto attendant thing. Push all the buttons to go to the mayor's office to speak to somebody. They don't answer the phone. I even sent on Twitter, I tweeted a thing to the U.S. Attorney's Office in Washington. See, they don't have a district attorney. Washington's district attorney is the United States attorney. So I sent him a thing. I'm like, hey, what the hell's going on, man? Why aren't you doing something about Trump, Giuliani, and Don Jr. and the other ones that instigated all this shit? You know, it's kind of, it makes them look bad. And I did it to the FBI a couple times, made a tweet. I don't get in trouble. I'm stating what the hell I feel. You know, making them look bad. What's the deal with this political shit? You know, you get all the little guys, round them up, throw their ass in jail. 5 to 15 years in jail and all that shit they got to face. And then you got these big guys parading around, having news conferences, making speeches. No. Not fair at all. Newsweek, 21 hours ago. China, Russia, Iran, North Korea, and more joined forces in defense of UN. That's odd. Okay. Newsweek from yesterday, 2:52 p.m. All right. China, Russia, Iran, North Korea, and other nations have united to issue a message in support of the United Nations founding treaty seeking to promote multilateralism and diplomacy over the use of force against perceived violations from other UN member states. They don't want to fight? Is that what this is saying? Founding treaty seeking to promote multi-unilateralism and diplomacy over the use of force against perceived violations from other UN member states. Somebody's getting upset about it. You know what? This might be a ploy. You know? Just like Japan was in the United States negotiating peace treaties because war with Germany had broken out. Peace treaties with the United States, and they were here making these negotiations when Pearl Harbor was bombed. Did you know that? Yep, they were. It's like smiling in your face and stabbing you in the back at the same time. The coalition, comprised of 17 signatories calling themselves the Group of Friends in Defense of the Charter of the United Nations, included, here's some more, Algeria, Angola, Belarus, Bolivia, Cambodia, China, Cuba, wow. Tell me where this is. Eritrea, Eritrea, Iran, Laos, Nicaragua, North Korea, Russia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Syria, Venezuela, and the State of Palestine, a UN non-member observer state. Oh man, it's bad today. Okay. Their March 10th concept note, which was first reported by Reuters, shared in part across social media, and reported by a number of outlets, including those tied to the government of some of the signing nations, said the group will strive to preserve, promote, and defend the prevalence and validity of the UN Charter. So, if you want to read the rest of that, I don't trust them as far as I can throw them. So, oh boy. Okay, here in Newsweek, Iran looks to Russia, China as allies amid Joe Biden's nuclear deal push. And this was Newsweek, like I said yesterday, 10/21. This is another story. Iran is looking to Russia and China for diplomatic support amid President Joe Biden's push to revive the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, plus Washington, D.C.'s refusal to lift sanctions imposed by former President Donald Trump that have choked the Iranian economy. Now, see, that was dumb. Trump screwed everything. He deserted and abandoned the Kurds. He broke this thing with Iran, put sanction on them. I don't know. You know, he might have had a reason about sanctions and stuff like that. You know, as far as Iran helping these terrorists and stuff like that. But I don't know, breaking away from that nuclear deal. You know, they were allowing people in to inspect and stuff. So I don't know. All right. Okay. The Daily Beast, 12 hours ago. How Joe Biden, in less than 2 months... What? Oh, never mind. Oh. That's a Daily Beast. What the hell are you talking about? Joe Biden, in less than 2 months, turned Ronald Reagan's decade-old conventional wisdom on its head. Reagan told people the idea government is helping was terrifying. Biden is telling them the opposite. It's working, but the Democrats can hardly stop here. Trickle-down economics is what he's talking about. Reagan thought the same thing. You give all this money in tax breaks and corporate, capital gains taxes and all that shit to these rich corporations, and then they'll take that money and it'll trickle down. They'll hire more and more people. No, they put it in their pocket. Just like a lot of people are doing right now with that said they were going to do with this relief check. They're not taking it. And these are people that are like, don't need it anyway. You know, I said, give it back. You don't need it. Get it back. Oh, no, I'm putting it in a savings account. Yeah. You get a 1% thing on a savings account? Are you kidding me? You put it in a savings account. It's meant to stimulate the economy. You know, if they really wanted to do it, I mean, it would be really ignorant, and it's probably something Republicans would love, is give people a debit card. So you have to spend it like only on certain things. Now that would suck. And I don't want to give any Republicans any ideas, but that's probably something they would go for. Instead of letting people spend the money the way they want, they would say, oh, no, you can only use this debit card for food or medical. You know? I don't know. If you're thinking that way, maybe it makes sense to you. I don't know. The 9 most terrifying... This is true. The 9 most terrifying words in the English language are, I'm from the government, I'm here to help. With that famous line, Ronald Reagan uttered in August 12, 1986, during his second term as president, GOP mantra for decades to follow was born. In fact, this philosophy leader even found a home in the Democratic Party. President Bill Clinton, in his 1996 State of the Union address, declared that the era of big government is over, explaining that we have worked to give the American people a smaller, less bureaucratic government in Washington. And yeah, guess what he did? He turned a deficit into a surplus, Bill Clinton did. So, and I'm not, hey, you know what? I'm not a Republican, I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican, I'm not a Democrat. I'm independent, free thinking, independent. Everybody gets bashed the same way when they fuck up. Excuse my language. Oh, see, this ain't cool. Why would they say that? This is entertainment. I ain't doing it. I ought to, just to embarrass them. These people at Refinery 29 is really ignorant. This Oprah photo is quickly becoming the latest example of digital blackface. How fucking ignorant. Suck my dick. Excuse me. Oh, boy. Oh, here we go. BGR here. Wow. And you got these people, professors. Harvard professor says strange interstellar asteroid was an alien spacecraft. How does he know? When the strange cigar-shaped object known as Oumuamua, I can't say it. I'm sorry. Oumuamua. Oumuamua. Zipped through our solar system in 2017. It was a momentous occasion. Okay. I told you I'd fuck it up. Okay. For astronomers around the globe, this object appeared to have originated somewhere other than our system, making it the first interstellar visitor ever to be spotted by mankind. It cruised in, zipped around our sun, and headed back out to space. But what was it? Theories have shifted back and forth between the rock being an asteroid, comet, or some hybrid of the two, but a few select researchers aren't ready to throw out the possibility that the object was in fact alien-made. Maybe it was a dart. Maybe you got giant aliens out there. They're throwing darts at the Earth. Or picking up rocks. They're picking up rocks that are really asteroids to us, and they're just like, whew, whew. Then he goes round and round and round. Like a boomerang. Who knows? I freaking don't know. Harvard professor Avi Loeb made a name for himself early on in the investigation of Oumuamua by standing firm by his belief that the long, narrow object could have been some kind of a giant alien probe. So they forget the rocks. They're throwing giant alien anal probes at you. Holy shit. I knew something had to be like that. Oh, God. I've about had it with this article. Okay. Alien probe, or maybe a piece of alien space junk. Okay, maybe it's a used alien anal probe. Okay, hey, what the hell? I mean, this professor, he says it's like frickin' alien, Might as well take it a step further. Okay, I'll shut up. Oh, man. His claims were largely dismissed by his peers, but the years that have passed since our Oumuamua came and left haven't changed Loeb's stance. And he's now published a book where he lays out the evidence that supports his theories. So if you want to read that, that's from BGR yesterday, 4:32 p.m. And see, some of these people, they don't even, these people, these people, they don't list who wrote the story, which really isn't, I don't know. So, oh, okay. Now, come on. We know who this guy is, okay? The Atlantic, 2 days ago. The left's answer to Trump is 6'8" and wears shorts in February. How many people do you know fits that bill? It's a Democrat. A lot of people don't know. It's the Lieutenant Governor of the state of Pennsylvania, John Fetterman. As Fetterman continues his Senate campaign, the shotgun episode is inevitably going to be part of many Americans' introduction to him. When I started making calls for this story one December, one Democrat after another brought up what had happened with Myers. Okay, Myers. Okay. One soon texted me a PDF of the police report. Despite his worries going into our conversation, Fetterman snipped at me only once when I asked how long he'd had the shotgun. Not really sure why that's relevant, he said, explaining that he'd bought it a year earlier to protect his home. His tone was one of exasperation, not contrition. He pushed back on my suggestion that this story doesn't align with the image he has cultivated of a Paul Wellstone meets Paul Bunyan figure presiding over a collapsed mill town. The story fits his image perfectly. He insisted he saw a problem and threw himself into trying to do something. He was re-elected in Braddock. Landslide, overwhelmingly Black Braddock a few months later. That's true. So, the best way to understand him, Fetterman told me, is to see his life as split in two. My life is broken down into pre-April 6, 1993 and post-April 6, 1993, he explained. Until then, Fetterman was following a more conventional path, pursuing a master's in business administration at the University of Connecticut. But that evening, one of Fetterman's best friends was killed in a car accident on the way to pick him up. Grieving, Fetterman threw himself into a Big Brothers Big Sisters of America mentorship program in New Haven. He was matched with a boy named Nicky, whom he refers to as my son, though he has since had 2 sons of his own and a daughter. Tears welled up in his eyes when he talked about losing his friend, and again when he remembered meeting Nicky's mother for the first time. She was dying of AIDS, and he hesitated to shake her hand because he was uninformed about the virus and scared to touch her. His mother was a cadaver, and a literal cadaver, he said, and to be 8 years old to watch your mother waste away like that, I can't imagine what kind of trauma. So, John Fetterman. He's a good man. He's a good man. People have known him for years. He's a good man. So, I hope he takes Toomey's place. I hope he becomes senator. He'll do a lot of good things. It's a long way from Braddock, PA. I want to tell you, if you've ever seen Braddock, PA, what you ought to do is Google it. Google Braddock. That's what's happening with a lot of these steel towns up and down that Mon Valley area. Just places, buildings, used to be small cities, really. I mean, like, they didn't have skyscrapers or anything like that. I mean, 2 or 3 story, 4-story buildings, at the most. And then they built high rises for seniors that went up 9 floors. But other than that, I mean, okay, so streets were lined with businesses, right? Not now. You'd have, like, empty building, and then tore down building. Then a business, and then an empty building, and tore down building. Terrible. It's terrible. Terrible. Looks like shit. It looks like everything's going back to the farm days. Who knows? Maybe in another 100 years or something. Oh, come on. I don't. Okay, here we go. I'm not playing that shit. No. All right, let's see what's going on here. Why am I getting all this political shit? Where's the rest of the news? Okay, it's Fox News 15 hours ago. Let's do this. This seems like it's more politically related, but Houston and Galveston published 15 hours ago. Michael Ruiz, excuse me. Texas, 65-year-old woman arrested after refusing to mask up or leave Galveston bank body cam planes. Body cam shows. Oh, my God. Texas Governor Greg Abbott has lifted a statewide mask mandate, but private businesses can make their own rules, which is terrible. Absolutely terrible. The governor says, hey, people, you don't have to wear a mask, but then you go to the store and it says, where's your mask? You got to put a mask on. Oh, no, Governor Abbott says we don't have to wear masks. See it? See the problem? Why do these people vote for freaking idiots? I can't fathom that. If you watched, back to the political shit again, but if you've watched all this, Congress and Senate and these debates on all this other shit all the time, every time, it's like they can't say, you're right. They can't say that. That's not in their vocabulary. When somebody says and has a good idea, they can't say, you're right. Oh, no. If it wasn't their idea, it sucks. It doesn't matter how good the idea is, it sucks. They didn't think of it first. That's what's wrong with this country right now. Not the country per se, the government. And there's people that follow these freaking guys. Why? I think it's just like they're just like, they got a bug up their ass. They're like, they just hate the world. Haters gonna hate, That's the way it is. And this is what makes it a real shame, okay? A 65-year-old Texas woman found herself tackled and handcuffed after refusing to leave a Galveston Bank in America branch that requires customers to wear a coronavirus mask inside. Your governor caused that. A Galveston police officer arrived at the scene and told the woman, whom Fox 26 Houston later identified as Terry White, the situation. Ma'am, if they ask you to leave, you have to leave, the officer says in body cam video. And it's true. You can be arrested for trespassing. If you don't leave an establishment when they ask you to leave, you can be arrested for trespass. It's defiant trespass, really. My money is in this bank and I'm going to take it out, she replies. Well, then you have to abide by their rules, the officer said. Even as Texas Governor Greg Abbott has lifted a statewide mask mandate, private businesses are still allowed to implement their own mask rules, capacity limits, and other safety guidelines. You know what, though? I'm thinking this, and this is a terrible thing to say. I mean, she was arrested. She was tackled and handcuffed, okay? She was a white lady. Do you think if she was a black lady, they would have shot her? That's how bad it's gotten. Terrible way to think that way, but... And guess what? I ran over again. Again, having so much damn fun with you guys. Okay, here's what the deal is. I'm going to say goodbye to you people on YouTube, and I'm still going to simulcast over here on Mon Valley Radio and play music. I'm going to DJ, okay, play my music. And I can't do that on YouTube, okay? Because every time I play a song or try to play a song on YouTube, Sony or somebody else doesn't know that I'm fully licensed, jumps in and says, you can't play that. That's copyright infringement. And then I got to go through this whole rigmarole of sending them all these papers to say, yes, on YouTube, I'm allowed. But Sony isn't the only company. It's all these other companies, too. I mean, it's like it would be an endless list of paperwork being sent out. And since it's done electronically, I would be stopped anyway. So, I'm not even going to fool with it. Not going to fool with it. I don't think that's the media way, anyway, for the platform to play music. I'm on Streamer, my tuner, Mon Valley Radio. So let's just go with that. So anyway, and I'm joining a lot more. So every day, my hope is maybe someday I'll get syndicated. That would be freaking wonderful. That would be freaking wonderful. So anyway, what I'm going to do is say goodbye to you guys. And you guys have a great day. And I'm going to play the music for these people too. Because I like to. So you people on the radio, stay there. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to play your music, okay? So let's do this. Let's do this shit. And here we go. Da da da. Da da da. Da da da. Da da. Okay, folks. Sure you got the right one. Okay, I'm still here. Be careful, don't get that Rona.